So this is a letter that Pete sent me, and I just think it does a really good job of like articulating information that I do think new people need to understand. So he said, "Dear Karlyn, this is long, but it expresses gratitude. I hope you'll read all of the following. It has now been nearly 2 months since I first encountered you by seeming accident on X back in June. How you wound up on my X timeline, I'll never know. But it was a tremendous stroke of good fortune. I'm not sure if you recall, but the first question I ever asked you is, who funds Antifa?" Relevant to what just happened in the chat, right? Your reply was essentially, no one funds Antifa. They fund each other through mutual aid. Mutual aid is the topic that we're going to be talking about today, so this is, again, really apropos for that. Never having heard the term mutual aid before, I asked, what on earth is mutual aid? Your reply was to send me a zine on CrimeThink on mutual aid. So what I did is I sent him actual primary source material about what was going on. I started reading it, and about 3 or 4 pages through, I DM'd you a debunk. And as with every newbie, you basically text screamed at me to not debunk because debunking doesn't matter and it won't change how the left thinks anyway. I sat there for a moment, totally taken back, with my mouth opening and closing like a fish in indignation, thinking, who does this lady think she is? But I sat there thinking about it. I realized you were right. Debunking changes nothing. And then I got intrigued. So I watched your live stream on X a couple of times at first. At first, I was shocked at how intense you were with newbies. I quickly realized, oh, this is a test to see who can hack it. And I realized it was far better to ask questions than to make statements, to just listen and learn. Not long after, I subscribed to your Substack and decided to send you $8 a month because the learning felt so valuable to me. Well, I wanted to let you know the self-assigned homework I've completed since that time in June, just to build my own brain on more of your work. I read the CrimeThink paper on mutual aid, and then I got intrigued again and dug deeper. I downloaded and now have read the entirety of Dean Spade's book on mutual aid, all 100 pages of it. I watched your re-education 90-minute intro class twice, your Speak Socialist levels 1 and 2 class twice each, and have gone on to read the following: your Communist Manifesto fairy tale, one of the best books I've ever read. Thank you. Right up there with Lord of the Rings. I don't know about all that, but I do love that book. The 2 anonymous articles you recommended on insurrectionary anarchy and the critique on incrementalism, the Antifa Do-It-Yourself Occupation Guide, Durham's Anti-Repression Committee Resistance, Rebellion, and Repression zine. Right now in my hot little hands, I have zines our group members, average person I think, sent me about burner phones, killing the cop in your pocket and turning off your phone, and I'm about to start reading it over the weekend. Once I'm done, I'll start your book debunking the Communist Manifesto. I have connected strongly with both Reagan and average person a little bit, and Musican as well. The community is being forged. Why am I writing this? Mainly to thank you. Your one text rebuke back in June kicked off an intellectual curiosity I've not felt in decades. I have learned so much from you the past 2 months, and I consider it an honor to be one of your students. Again, thank you, and this is from Pete, and I really appreciated this note. The reason I really appreciated that note is that Pete is a person that belongs in this community. And listen, there's no cookie cutter for who belongs in my community. We have all ages. I have literally from college students all the way up to senior citizens. I have all ages in this community. I have all political affiliations in this community. There are literal national socialists who watch my content, as far right as you can get. There are anarcho-capitalists, libertarians. There are dissident right-wingers. There are conservatives. There are MAGA boomers. There are independents. There are disaffected lefties. I have communists and socialists who watch my content. Literally, I have the entire spectrum. I have men. I have women. I have gays. I have straights. There is no cookie cutter profile in terms of the demographics of my community. But what my community has in common is an insatiable appetite to learn, to ask questions, to be curious, to go beyond the bullshit narrative that we are all fed every single day, because that is what you get online. I can't even go on these websites anymore without just honestly feeling completely sick to my stomach. There's a reason I run this community the way I do, and there's a reason I run the streams the way I do, and it's not to make everyone happy. It's because there are things that I'm trying to accomplish, there's research I want to do, there's stories I want to tell, and by the way, the research I'm doing and the history I'm documenting has never been documented before by anyone that's not a fucking communist. I'm pretty sure. And if you think I'm wrong about that, then fact check me and provide me an example of when someone else has done it, because I don't think you can provide any example, because I don't think it exists, because I've literally been looking for it for years and years and years and years and years. Dayton! Hey friends, just here to say the 29-year-old woman on the screen has been more correct on the far left than anyone who talks about the far left. Hey, thanks Dayton, I appreciate that. Especially the 29 part. Thank you.